Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some information found by Pokeminers regarding GimmiGhoul and Gholdengo, and it is as expected. It is going to be working like Meltan Box. So basically, we're going to have to connect our Pokemon Go to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet instead of Pokemon Let's Go for the Meltan Box. So let me break this down to you if you're a newer player. In the beginning, when they first introduced Meltan, you had to connect it to the Switch in order to get the Meltan Box. And you had to progress into a specific point in the game. It wasn't too far, but it was going to be the Safari Zone, and that was the point in which you were going to be able to connect to Pokemon Go. Now, how it worked back in the day was people would connect to you, they would come up to you and ask, and you would, bring your Switch around as you did some raids, and you'd help them out there. It wasn't too big of a deal, but it was kind of a time-consuming thing, especially if it didn't want to connect. And then they came out with, several months later, maybe even almost a year later, maybe even longer, Pokemon Home, and then we were able to connect to that, and that would grant us access to the Meltan Box. So we're initially going to see them having us connect to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Down the line, they'll probably come out with a way for us to simply connect to Home like the Meltan Box, so we don't have to go through the hassle of, opening up the Switch. It's not too big of a deal or anything like that. All I'm thinking about is how far along you're going to have progression in the game, because I literally played it for 4 minutes. Not that it was bad, it's just I want them to make Pokemon the way it used to be. The way they have it now is great. These games are magnificent, there's no doubt about it. If I had it as a kid, I would be obsessed. I guess I'm just old school, and I just want them to bring back, I don't know, a remake, but with the new mechanics in 8-bit form. That's just me. I guess I'm just going to have to download a mod or something like that. So anyways, getting off the topic here, but that's how it's going to work. So again, I just hope you don't have to have a bunch of progression. I'm about to start playing it, but hopefully, again, it's just going to be up on the startup screen, and you can simply connect it like that. Now, you're going to be granted with some items here. So we have the golden lure, and then we do have the treasure chest, which is going to be representing the Meltan Box, or at least the GimmiGhoul box here. So you're going to have to send over a postcard, meaning from a Pokestop. I would assume that's what it's going to be. So that's how it's going to work. You connect to the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and you send over a postcard. Now, there's several texts in here that go over the fact that you cannot send that postcard again. I don't know if they're talking about you can't literally send the same one, so you're going to have to venture out and get all kinds of different postcards from Pokestops, or they're just referencing it to you can't do that twice in one day. So simple as that. You can do it once per day. I don't know if it's just warning you, okay, you did enough today, or you can't send that postcard because you've already sent it. That'd be pretty bad if they actually had it, so you can't send the same one over. It'd be ridiculous, especially for us players who really don't have too many stops in our area. I can bypass it by going out and spending gas and getting all kinds of stops all the time, which should not be a problem. But you see where I'm going with this. Let's just hope it is that. Now, as far as evolving it, we do not know the exact number, but in the main game, it is going to take max coins, 999, and you're going to be able to evolve it. Now, when you do bust out the sort of GimmiGhoul Meltan Box incense style thing here, it is going to help you get these coins, right? So we'll just have to see how fast it is going to allow us to accumulate it. There was a time a couple of weeks ago, months ago, we don't even know how long anymore, where we had GimmiGhoul on the map, and you were able to follow it around. It would point to different Pokestops. You didn't even have to pay attention to it. But if you lived in a Pokestop dense area, you just go around and spin all these stuffs, and you collect all these coins. For me personally, it's wintertime. I'm not wasting my gas on maybe getting a coin or maybe not. So I got 9 of them. And I would assume I have a way to go, because you need 999, and that's a whole heck of a lot. But let's just hope you're going to be able to collect those fast. And if it does require that for each evolution, then my gosh, you're going to have to really pick and choose what you want to evolve. But then again, it was kind of like that for the Meltan when it first released. We're like, my goodness, 400 candies. And now I'm sitting on, I don't even know how many XL, and I've got a level 50 Melmetal, a level 50 Meltan, and like 300 XL candies. So, not that big a deal. And I haven't even been opening it up every day. If I have, then we probably would be sitting at like 2,000 XL candies easy. So just have that, think about that, let it sit in perspective, that it might not be so hard of a grind. Now, when I was gonna test this out, take a look at what you can see here. It says coin bag. So they've already added the text for it. Coin bag, mystery box, and or any other incense. So that's very interesting. I had seen that nowhere else. We can see it coming down the pike here. It's probably going to be for Pokemon Day, right? So very interesting. Thought I'd show you this. Maybe you can do it yourself. and you'll see that. Every time you tap on the coins, if you do have any, it just brings you right to the map. So kind of pointless. I don't know. Just don't tap on them. They're just a non-functioning item at this time. They're just sitting here waiting for that to happen. Now, again, to show you what it looks like, I know I've went over this several times in the past couple of weeks, but let's do it again because not everybody sees every video. So to get a Meltan Box, you can transfer Pokemon into Pokemon Home. You download Pokemon Home first, I would assume, link the accounts, and then that will grant you access to opening up the Meltan Box every 3 days. But this one says every day, so we'll see how this works out here. And now what we're seeing on the side are just random texts, him talking about what's going on, what he's found within this here. And this portion is talking about how they've got, you know, these are error texts, so I mean nothing too crazy to go over when it comes to that. A daily streak, not too sure how that's going to work, but we'll just have to see it. If you're one of the people who doesn't have a Switch and doesn't have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, well, if you don't have a Switch, you probably don't have that, and you're thinking, great, I'm going to miss out on this. Look out. I mean, just wait for a friend. We'll have to see. They might implement another way for us to actually acquire it. If you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. But where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.